What do you think, I guess, a new artist, what do you think maybe they misunderstand most about collecting royalties?
That they need to do it. That so many people are just like so not on top of it. Especially, I guess I see it more so, especially with artists as they're learning all this stuff, is they're just expecting this to get paid. They're just expecting to get paid on a certain day and expecting to get like I don't know, balloons for it. But sometimes they don't. Sometimes they come to me, they come to me realizing it's been years and they haven't been paid for a song. Yeah, they haven't been paid for a song for years. Or yeah, stuff like that. I see that all the time because they just never looked into it. But it's your money. No one else is going to take better care of it than you are.
Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of your tweets about this. This is why I brought it up. And then, um, I guess I feel like for me, the most obvious counter to that, which isn't the good thing, is I think most artists are afraid because they've gotten signed to a handful of these cool labels or these smaller labels that they're just dying to work with, and then they're afraid to stir the pot because they don't want to get alienated from working
So,
with them in the
what do
future.
you think about that? Because that's something that I am fortunate that I don't have to deal with as an attorney. Is I don't need to do those sort of politics.
So I think that like at least in what I do, like underground or semi-mainstream electronic music, since everybody knows or artists understand that the money's so small, and maybe this label is doing a party in Miami and Ibiza and all these places, and they know that the touring revenue is probably going to make up 80 or 90% of what they're going to potentially make one day. I think they look at it like, I'll put up with this thing because I don't want to get blacklisted from playing events or
But like,
venues
would
that
that get you blacklisted just by emailing like, "Hey, just checking in about those royalties"? It seems they're due.
you would think, but I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of fragile egos in this business.
So
I
as
don't
a
know if
man,
any of that's true. That's just my opinion from just kind of watching stuff on the outside.
so as a manager though, would you typically recommend like, yeah, don't follow up, just keep it moving, and they'll
No, I
keep
mean,
those
I always
opportunities
follow
for
up. I
shows?
always try to follow up, at least with the stuff that I maybe arrange. It's a little harder sometimes when you're dealing with an artist and they go out and work out all their own deals and kind of just do it very quickly and don't always put me in the loop. And then maybe they signed a contract because they were so excited to get this thing
Right.
done or whatever. And I'm just so out of the communication that I can't clean up somebody else's mess. So it's like, oh, I don't even know what conversation you might have had on text, WhatsApp, or a phone call. And
Totally.
now you're unhappy with the deal. And I'm talking to
Totally. Being
one
unhappy about the
side.
deal is one thing, but I mean, following up about the royalties that are
The
clearly
royalties,
owed.
yeah, I mean, I think a lot of labels are small in this world, electronic. Like, like 90% of the stuff you're going to get signed on, they're a tiny
Yep.
one man operation. So, probably most of the time, the royalties aren't getting paid out because the person on the other end doesn't even know how to do it.
Yeah, agreed.
Like even me, we have a small label, and we're just doing it for the overall brand of Humans Alike. And my distributor offers a royalty service that I lose money on paying them to do it, but at least I don't have to do it.
Yeah. I mean,
And
that's like an easy
since
solve to that problem though if you don't know how to do it. But
well, I
people
think
are
it's
all
easy for me because we have the event side that pays for those little things. So we are like, all right, we'll take an L here, but it overall helps our brand, and the event
is
side is
that
what we
like
can.
is that an extra fee or is that just like an extra percentage?
Yeah, so for my distributor charges, I think it's like 200 or 250 euros a month for
Mm,
it's label services, which includes their royalty part, and it includes them doing my pitching. So they
mm,
do all my pitching for me, which that's actually cheaper than if I were to go to a private pitching service. So I look at it as a win there.
mm.
And then I think once your label gets to a certain scale, they switch to like a small percent instead of a monthly fee.
Makes sense.
Um, so for me, it was just easier because I'm a busy guy. So when they offered that service, I was like, yeah, that'll be great. I've always wanted to do a label, but that side of the business scares the crap out of me from a
Totally.
time management perspective and just, hey, look, reality, I don't have the knowledge.
Totally. Yeah, and not many people do. Not many people do know like proper label accounting, but yeah, some people take it on.